Well, hello, everyone. It's Rock 108. I'm Ned. That's Cece. That's Russ. You know who we are, right? Do we have a general idea who we are?
General idea.
Okay,
I've never been confused with Cece.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder what Cece looks like versus Russ. I'm like, which one is Cece? Which one's Russ? I don't know.
We both have dark curly hair.
Yeah.
It totally makes sense. So there's this kind of viral thing happening on the internet where since the last decade, we're in a whole new decade now. It's 2020, so we have a brand new thing we're going to do. So what we're going to do is share a picture that you found on your Facebook page from 2009 all the way to 2019. So a picture from 09 and a picture from 19, and you're going to tell us like where you were
Ned?
in 2009.
How many years is that?
Is that 10? That's 10, right? Is that 10?
10.
Math. Okay. So
Neither Ned or I can do quick math in our heads.
yeah, it's really bad, dude. It's really bad. So I think, should we start with me? Should we start with Russ?
Of course we should start with
me?
you.
Okay. So the first picture I'm going to show you, and we'll put up a picture right here for everyone else to see. This is Ned from 2009.
Oh my God, with a do-rag. Oh, Ned.
Yo, bro. What's up, bro?
Ned from 2009. This is
it's a Slipknot do-rag.
It is. It is a
Yeah.
Slipknot rag, and I'm in my dorm room at Eastern Michigan. There's my CRT TV. I had a Dreamcast hooked up to it, and a WGN Chicago shirt.
Why?
Because WGN came to the school, and they're like, would you like an internship? I'm like, maybe, and I never got it, but I was hoping. But
wow.
look, I only did that sweet goatee happening right
That's
there.
what's different.
Yeah.
You don't have the sides coming down.
No, there's nothing there. I probably had more hair.
He has the circular goatee.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Nothing in the middle.
Is that police tape in the back?
No.
Oh.
It looks like crime scene.
Yeah.
That's actually my ladder that went up into my loft bed in my dorm room.
Oh.
But you just hopped up and
I
down
just
because you
hopped
were
up.
young and you could do that then.
I was spry. I could just be like, whatever. But I'll tell you, it was pretty hard to have a lady up in the bed with you because like you'd sit up and your head would just hit ceiling like
Oh my
that.
God.
It was mildly enjoyable and terrifying, yet creative at the same time.
You can bleep this, right?
I totally can.
So style on that bag.
No, none of that. I mean, attempts were made, but failed each time.
Yeah.
So that's 2009. I mean, that's
I'm
same
sorry,
year,
Cece.
man.
I should have covered your ears when
Oh,
I.
yeah, I'm so
exactly.
innocent. I'm a virgin.
So, what's interesting about this is that this was actually my last year of college. My last year of college before I went into debt and all that stuff. And I knew I wanted to be in radio. I was doing student radio at the time, and I was really trying to kind of figure out who the hell I was still, you know? I mean, I look at this now and I'm like, wow, that's...
We still don't know who the hell you are.
Me neither,
but
man.
How old were you guys? 22?
Probably 22 or so,
Well,
yeah.
that's a young age.
Yeah.
And so now we put both pictures side by side and see the
Exactly.
transition of Ned from 2009
To 2019.
his skirt wearing 2019.
That's right. See, you can kind of see I've already got the shirt. I got a tattoo and the kilt that we bought at the
Irish
Fest. Irish Fest. I got the blue hair going, and I think a lot has changed. I mean, I was in Michigan in 2009. Now I'm in Iowa, and I'm on this afternoon. It's nuts how much has changed in just one decade. And I got married. I got my own place, and it's just like, what happened? But I think the biggest thing I want to highlight out of all this is that, you know, in 2009, I was still trying to figure out who the hell I was, and then in 2019, I stopped caring.
Yeah, obviously.
And I stopped caring, and I stopped caring in a positive way because I'm like, dude, I'm gonna wear a kilt. Don't care. Blue hair. Don't care. Whatever. I just became like this like I finally discovered who the hell I'm supposed to be, and that all happened.
Wait till you get to my
man,
age
so.
and see how little you care.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm already there at 32.
No, you're not.
So
No, you're not. Oh no, you're not even close.
So
Get off my lawn, Ned.
at the end of the day, a positive change. I think I think that decade was pretty rad.
You're still all about image.
Oh, yeah.
Still all about image. That will change.
No, man.
He's all grown up, Nate.
This image right here will be changed for good. That's right.
I do like this better than what you
Yeah. Well, it gives shape to my face because if I do this, like, welcome, Jabba the Hutt. Anyway, so that's me. I think we'll go down the line and go to CC.
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll start with 2009.
Oh, man.
This is
Blondie.
yeah. This
Oh
is,
my God.
This is actually
Hello, nurse.
my 31st birthday. Yeah,
Oh, dang.
this is up in Seattle. at my.
You still look like you need a couple cheeseburgers, though.
Well, I hadn't eaten about 4 days in this photo.
4 days. Holy mackerel, man.
Well, yeah, this is the truth.
Okay. Share it out, man.
I'm not making fun of this. This is a serious subject, but now I can look back and go, oh, this is kind of funny because everything was fine afterwards. I was very high on cocaine in that photo.
Man.
The drug-addled Cece.
Yeah, holy
and
mackerel.
a little tipsy at that point.
Yeah.
Let's take a closer look. You don't look effed up at all.
No, here's the thing. Before this, because I was getting dressed up to go to my boyfriend's my party, and his parents are going to be there. And
You were meeting the parents all...
No, I already met them.
Messy?
But here's the thing. You said I don't look bad. 4 hours before this, I hadn't showered in 3 days.
Oh.
I hadn't eaten in 4.
No, and
Nice.
so I spent a lot of time trying to make sure I looked okay. So that picture's very deceiving. It's not accurate at all.
You look okay. You look better than okay.
But I ended up sleeping outside on the patio that night because, it was a long story.
Why?
So, because I had a cigarette and then I passed out. So
That's not sleeping on the patio.
That's passing out.
So you might think I look cute or whatever in that photo, but it was very deceiving.
That's
Yes.
passing out on the
liked-
patio.
I'd like to highlight the belt too. I mean, just the full studded belt kind
Yeah.
of thing like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You know what's funny? I still have that belt today. It's such a thick leather.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
That's good. Hey.
Yeah, so-
Quality belts.
Yeah.
Now available from CC. Got it covered.
So that's there. That's 2009. And the next 10 years, this is last year, 2019.
Oh, cool.
This is
The side-by-side comparison. I think you look much better now than you did 10 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
stop.
I think the
Thank
black
you.
hair, even though it's not your natural color, looks much better on you.
Oh, that's sweet.
And maybe that's because that's the way we met you, too.
Might be. Yeah. So this is out at one of those farms.
Because you do have a lot of blonde moments.
Oh, I know, and that's the thing. I can't get away with stuff anymore. I can't be like, oh, I'm blonde. That's why I do that. So, no, this is at some farm here outside Iowa. I don't know. And I don't remember
Now,
what
see,
it's
the
called.
second picture, the 2019 picture, this looks like the one where you're all effed up and somebody has to
Right?
somebody has to pull you. Let me get in this cart and you can pull me over to the
I
next
know.
location.
No, I think in this photo I just turned 6 years sober. So
Little round of applause for 6 years sober for CC.
And I've always been obsessed with wagons, and so I wanted to get in that wagon. But my life has changed so much in the last decade.
Did you ever have a little red wagon?
I did.
Did you really?
Yes.
What did you do with it? Did
Red
you,
flyer.
let me guess. Wait a minute. You put your dolls in it and dragged them around.
I didn't have dolls. I was scared of dolls. I had stuffed animals. Yeah.
Oh,
but
okay.
I told
All right.
yeah.
She watched Child's Play and it was all over.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
makes
that's
sense.
it, no. But no, like you're saying, like my life is so much better. I finally figured out who I was, but it was very late in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm still figuring out though, because I still have what the F moments all the time. Like, what am I supposed to do now? But I am here in Iowa, and I was in Seattle before that, and doing drugs and drinking a lot. And
If you can't drink and do drugs in Seattle, where can you do it, Cece?
so what am I supposed to say? Just how much better my life is now?
Yeah, I mean, just basically like, hey, you're better off where you're at now, and just
Yes.
and you mean you're a recovery success story.
Oh,
It's kind of
thank
awesome,
you.
man. It's pretty rad.
You're in the bosom of Rock 108.
Yeah.
No, I love it here, Rock
You're in
108.
the bosom of Ned and Russ.
Yes.
And I got a big bosom. Anyway.
But a listener asked me how I liked Iowa recently, and my reply was, I've never felt more at home in my entire life.
I know, me too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
so
It's crazy.
I love it here.
Passive aggressive at home. Everybody's judging and saying passive aggressive things to you, just like if you were at home.
Yeah. Kind
And
of.
what kind of home is that if you don't have that? I mean, serious. Like, I also got to point out something else about your pictures too. By the way, your smile. You can look on your eyes right there.
Yeah.
And there, it's such a more genuine smile on the second one.
Oh, good
You can kind of just see like your eyes are a
observation.
little bit like, I'm happy right now. And here it's like gotta go
forced.
meet the boyfriend's parents now.
Gotta look like I have my life together. Yeah. Oh, good observation.
Yeah.
Love that.
I call that cocaine mouth.
That's
But-
possible. That's possible.
Oh, dear. Your turn.
So moving down the line, Russ,
All right.
last but not least.
29. I'm embarrassed to show. I don't think I look that much different, frankly. When you're my age, 10 years is nothing.
Is this a Snapchat filter? Is that what that is? Look at him.
Is that an earring?
Oh, he's got earrings too.
I had earrings.
I got to point out the shirt as well.
I had
by the
3
way.
in one
yeah.
ear, 1 in another. The shirt. This is San Diego. I'd quit radio for a while, and I'd been living in San Diego 5 years, 4 or 5 years when this picture was taken. I was working at a photo place doing Photoshop work, and that's why this picture had a different background, and it's all Photoshopped out now. You can tell if you look closely at the hair.
Oh, yeah.
I was still learning Photoshop.
Your hair's a lot shorter. It almost looks straight.
Yeah, my hair's in flux all the time. Sometimes it's long, sometimes it's short. But this was, that's why my color's better in this picture, because I was in San Diego.
Yeah, you're getting the sun and all that.
Yeah, and I was out in the sun a lot, went to the beach a lot. San Diego was a fine, fine place to live. But I am never happier than living in Iowa.
Oh, I love that picture.
The change of the smile again. The
This
change
is
of the
the-
smile.
the-
See?
His is in the smile.
Well, see, this is because I was with Ned and he really made me laugh.
That's what I do, man.
Okay, and this is because I was posing for a picture, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they say that when you pose for a picture and smile, it's a completely different smile than when somebody
Yep.
goofy like Ned makes you smile, and then it becomes more natural and authentic.
Oh, I love that photo.
That's a good point.
That almost looked like banana behind you there, but it's not. It's like a wall.
It's a wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
look like-
Is that a restaurant we went out to
Yeah,
that
this
day?
is when we were at Via Sofia the other day.
Oh, that's That's like
Yeah.
a couple days
That's
ago.
2 days ago.
Oh man,
Yeah.
all right, yeah,
Yeah.
delicious
Look
food.
what you're doing to Geezer. You're making him happy.
I make him happy. See, I bring the smiles and whatnot. I mean, but also I got to hydrate. I have to highlight your wardrobe here. You have a very similar. I love your shirts. Russ
I
has a very
always have,
specific
yeah.
style
Yeah.
of shirt, man. I mean, I don't know where he shops, but he's always got these most interesting shirts. I remember one day you came into work and you had the skull on. I'm like, oh, cool Punisher shirt, man. You're like,
What's Punisher?
What's Punisher? I was like, okay.
I bought it because I like the skull. I had no idea.
It's totally a Punisher shirt.
You do have great shirts, though. Look at this shirt. This
I know.
one's pretty badass.
So most of the shirts I wear, is this one of them? No. Most of the shirts I wear are Robert Graham shirts. Robert Graham is an artist who has a line of clothing, and his shirts are like stupid expensive. They're like $500 a shirt. I never bought one new. I go online looking for them, and they're all crazy and artistic. Some of them look like your grandmother's drapes.
I like that.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
And some of them just look like patchworks of clothing. They all have French cuffs, which I like.
Yeah.
Because I have really long arms. In fact, they drag a little when I walk.
I didn't notice that.
But yeah, that's
Very
my
cool.
that's my shirt story. Always have something in your style that says you. Blue hair,
Yeah.
skull caps,
Yeah.
my shirts.
Yeah. The shining shirts. Yeah.
Welcome to the new podcast, Blue Hair, Skull Caps, and Shirts. We're starting up a whole new thing now. That's what we're going to do.
I love it. So, quick question. How do you feel now versus 10 years ago about yourself?
Well, that's a good question. So back then, I was living with an alcoholic, trying to start 2 different businesses. So I was starting a photography services shop and a syndication company, a radio syndication company, all at the same time. It was a very stressful life. I mean, incredible. I was in paradise, but I was stressed out all the time.
Yeah.
We eventually made the syndication company happen. We had a show on 20 radio stations. I got Sammy Hagar to do a show for us. He got on 100 stations. The syndication company was the envy of the business. Like, people from the big syndication companies were coming to us and say, "How do you do this? You're not supposed to be able to do this quick." We were the fastest, rising company in the country. And then our financing dried up, and we went out. We went out of business.
Man.
Which, that's the way it works. The guys with the money control everything, and once they go away, so do you. But that put me back in radio, firmly back in radio. And I worked for a classic rock station for a while. Hated it. It's just like the same songs over and
I couldn't
over
do
and
it.
over again.
I couldn't do it.
And then I was listening to Rock 108 online all the time. Little did I know that a job came open, and I said, "Yep, that's where I want to work.
Yeah.
I want to go to Iowa and work at like one of the coolest rock stations I've ever heard." And I did. Sheer will.
Made it through.
Yeah.
It's like, you need me. You don't know why you need me, but you need me in Iowa.
Well, if you wouldn't have came here, I wouldn't be here. So thank you.
That's probably true. You're
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Legit, man. Yeah. So that's one thing I got to point out is it seems like we all kind of came from a similar situation 10 years ago where there was stress, development, whatever it may be, to where we're at now. And it's just, it just goes to show a lot can happen in 10 years, especially if you're just willing to kind of just get through that or whatever it may be.
Yeah, and we're all different ages too.
Yeah,
you know?
We're all different gens, man. I mean, I always get crap for loving my early 2000s rock, Limp Bizkit. Everyone's like, all right, Limp Bizkit sucks. I'm like, just let me like Limp Bizkit. God,
and I like my high screechy voices and guitars, 80s rock.
And I like the heaviest of the heaviest. Whoa, you know, that kind of stuff.
Do not. You don't.
Whatever.
You like, oh, I got a copy of...
Sounds good.
No,
Sounds
wait,
like a great album.
Wait, you'll have to edit this. I got a copy of Corey Taylor singing Wicked Game because you mentioned the other day how into Chris Isaac you were. And Corey Taylor does a cover of it. It's pretty legit.
Okay. I'm not into Chris Isaac anymore.
Yes,
by
you
the way.
are.
No,
I loves Chris
that was
Isaac.
in my early 20s, which was like 20 years ago. Thank you.
Chris, give her a call anytime.
I have a story I'll tell sometime on there about Chris Isaac.
Tell it now.
No, it's too long.
Did you do him?
Next time.
Russ, did you do him? No.
I want to know everybody she's done. Every time she brings up a guy, I said, did you do him?
Yeah, it's like the person. Yes, I have.
So I think what we should ask for listeners, hey, if you have a photo from you from 2009 and then all the way to 2019, post it in the comments, send it to us, whatever you want to do. We would love to see where you came from 2009 all the way to 2019.
Unless in 2009 you were a minor, then we can't do anything with it.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
don't
do
care
that.
to know. Thank you. You can tell us, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So till then,
We have lawyers.
we do. They crack down on everything that we try to do. I suppose. We'll see you guys later.
See ya.